Hello, my name's Adele Bai, and I thought I'd try something new for my YouTube and record myself, record a speed drawing and also record myself talking over the speed drawing just to share some thoughts about the process or share what I'm thinking during what I'd like to share with you guys. And I guess that's the purpose of this video. I just want to share my art with the world and and share my process with you guys, and hopefully that will develop into more videos as well. And yeah, I guess I could share with you the idea I had for this video. Basically, I really wanted to make something special, and I'd done a vote on what kind of drawing I should do as a first test. And I said for the votes whether to do a portrait or an artist study, a landscape, or maybe draw an animal. And I had one vote for portrait, but then there were 3 votes for landscape and 3 votes for animal. So we got a tie. And so I had the idea to combine the two and combine the two and create something and enlarge the two parts of nature, both the landscape and the animal. And I was looking at different concepts, like maybe looking at the ocean and drawing a dolphin, or drawing the wild wilderness, like the barrens of like South America, and maybe draw like a deer or a bear. But me being the cliche that I am, I in the end decided to draw Africa, the savannah, and follow up with the animal that comes with it. Any guesses to what it is? People who know me will definitely know what it is. And yeah, I guess I can talk about my process so far. Usually when I'm drawing a sketch for a drawing, if people know me well, they know I base a lot of my work on character design. And the way I base a character design is I'll sketch out the design first, roughly, and then clean up line art and colour. And but I took a different approach with drawing this landscape, because I felt like just laying down the colours and adding more detail as I went along would help build up on that process. So yeah, I was playing around with the blender tool as well, to get rid of the rough texture of the paintbrush. I wanted to try and like emulate like the haze of the savannah, and so having a mix of the blending tool and the brush smudge tool in Photoshop was really fun to play with. It was definitely challenging. I haven't drawn a landscape or a background since 2020. A lot of them, and if people know me well enough, they know I do a lot of character designing. Yeah, just zooming in, just checking on everything. I've moved on to the tree now. What else could I talk about? I'm currently looking for different roles in the industry. Looking at, I've been working with in graphic design most recently, and that's been a lot of fun. I've worked on a number of different projects. If you'd like to see any of my work, I'll leave a link to my website in the description. So I'm giving it a new update alongside working on my YouTube. I've been working on my website as well to update it with some new fun projects. And then I got into the shading and the lighting. I think a good thing to bring up is I watched a couple of Aaron Blaise videos before I tackled the landscape. I looked at a drawing. It's not the same thing per se, but I was watching a video on him tackling drawing fur, and it's quite similar how you have to play around with the lighting and the shadows to get that sense of life coming into the drawing. So it's feels pretty much the same while I'm tackling a landscape as well. And then I was playing with the saturation. I felt like playing with the saturation helped the sky pop with a bit of colour. And I feel like it's really coming together and adding the little details. Alongside the vote, I also asked if anyone had any questions for me. I got one. Hopefully I'll get some more in the future, but good question to start on. I really like this one. What would your dream job be? And very cliche of me, but I really want to be. I got to experience at university being a director in my final year, and I got a taste for being a 2D animated director, and I'd really love to tackle that again too. It was a stressful task, but having that control and being able to see your project come to life is really exciting. And I've got a couple of other projects under wraps that hopefully I'll have time to share with everybody. And I think I should be, I'm saving my work. It should be leading up to finalising the piece, and that's it all complete. Well, that's the landscape complete. That leads on to the second portion of combining it with an animal. And as you can see, I have been a cliche and drawn a lion, because they're my favourite animal in the world. I absolutely love them, adore them. My favourite movie is The Lion King growing up. And it led to me doing a silhouette of a lioness. Originally I was going to do like a big alpha male lion with his mane like blowing in the breeze, and then play around with the shadows and layering with the background. But then I had this idea pop in my head to do a poster. And let me explain a little bit about the idea I had. Basically, I have one of my projects under wraps. I have kind of like a Watership Down type of story, except with rabbits it would be with lions, because I feel like you only see in nature documentaries they tackle the real life of a lion. When you look at The Lion King, that's not how prides work. So I would really love to take a story on and tackle bringing a character to life. So it's very Watership Down. It would follow a lioness who is it follows a lioness that, due to unforeseen circumstances, has to leave her pride and take her only cub with her. And so it would be a very Watership Down, following the hardships of the journey. And so I feel like there'll be some good times and some bad times with it. Kind of like writing a story when you're creating a 2D animated project. But I'd love to develop it someday, and if I find the time, money, it will be really cool to see it developed into a final film. And I think that's the dream. That kind of answers the question originally, what would your dream job be? And that would be to be a director for a 2D animated movie again, and be able to get my projects out into the world and hopefully make some films, short films or TV shows. That would be really exciting. So now I'm just looking back at my drawing now. I'm just doing the line art for the characters, because what I like to do is finish off with the line art. So I've done my rough base sketch. So this is the closest that you got to, this is the closest I've got to how I draw a character out. I would draw them out with draw out the roughs and then follow up with the cleanup and then the colouring in. But this was quite simple. I wanted just a solid silhouette. So I done the line art after the roughs and then filled in the solid colour. And then this is where the fun comes in. I then get the clipping mask involved, where it will then show all the colour coming back in. And like magic, nearly there. There we are. You see the background come back into frame. And then combining it with the illustration of the lions. And I think it turned out really nicely. I had to duplicate it a bit because it's matched. I don't have a name yet for this project. Well, not a confirmed name. You can see I've written, originally I was just going to go for something simple like survival, because that's what they're doing in the wild, they're surviving. But then also I thought of survival of the fittest. It's a little bit of a cliched name, but I feel like it does work for this type of poster that I've created. So I think it'll stick. But if I find another name or another title for this project, then I'll probably change it. And then that's me saving all my work and it's all complete. I hope you enjoyed this little speed draw, and hopefully I'll get to share more of them in the future with you. Yeah, thank you so much for watching.